Jurassic World Live Update 3.5 has introduced new emotes, including the Buck and Doe T-Rex, and maybe even a Junior T-Rex. We'll go through all of them, including new badges, and let's get on with the video.
Alright everyone, so we're starting off with Draco Lux because Draco Lux has some emotes. That is right, there are brand new emotes. There's a lot to look at. There's Yutyrannus Emote, Borealopelta Emote, and a familiar family of T-Rexes that aren't in the game yet that may have just been shown through emotes. But just keep in mind, that did happen with Toro, right? It had an emote come out like 2 years before it came into the game. Same with Baby Bumpy, because Baby Bumpy is not in the game. Sure, Adult Bumpy is, but Baby Bumpy isn't. But there you go, you can see we've got new Draco Lux emotes. So what I'm guessing is we're getting a Draco Lux pass, but there's multiple, like 3 emotes for a few creatures. Draco Lux is not the only one to have it. We'll go over all of them, but yes, those are all the Draco Lux emotes. 2 of them I think are kind of lazy because one charges and the other one charges. But then there's one that roars, so I appreciate the roaring one because it's unique. But now we're going to look at Yutyrannus Emote. So it's also got 3 of them, which makes me really question, you know, why would Yutyrannus be getting a pass? Sure, you know, if it's a recent creature such as Sinraptor, which got a pass, the most recent Omega to get a pass, I believe, that makes sense. But Yutyrannus came out in 3.2, didn't it? So it's making me wonder, what's the reason for this? Our Omega hybrids around the corner, and you think if there is 3 passes possible because there's 3 emotes of 3 creatures. We looked at Draco Lux. We'll check out the next one soon. But Yutyrannus, what if it's the last pass to come out, which might be after the next update, which I assume is 3.6. Borealopelta is not going to be a pass, I don't think, because it only has 1 emote. So it'll be for something festive. I don't know what. Sorry, Borealopelta got finished off quite quickly there. And there's also a Dodo Emote, but there's only 1 of it, so that's not going to be a pass either. But yes, 3 passes, and normally an update will take 1 to 2 months. So obviously, the 3rd pass is going to go into the update afterwards, I do believe. And that could be the update after 3.6, maybe, somewhere around then. So what if it is update 4.0 and we get Omega hybrids? Now hear me out, because what was recently buffed? Yutyrannus and Troodon, right? They were the only non-hybrids besides Parallax, but that's a legendary. So everything below legendary, those were the only ones to get buffs, although even though Omegas are above that. But you know, they're non-hybrids, they're special, so why Troodon and Yutyrannus? I think we could be getting Udon soon. I know, Omega hybrids might be coming soon. Most of you might not like it, but I think it's a real good game change up because the game is getting stale for me. I don't want to hunt as much now that, you know, I've got most of the Omegas at the level I need them to be. But yes, Giga is apparently going to be one of the passes. You can see there's 3 new emotes for it, and I'm using 3 of the old emotes as well just to show the difference between them. But the new ones have a devour effect, a shield effect, and a roar, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, it does intrigue me. Could we get some sort of Yutyrannus pass because we are getting Udon and Omega hybrid in this game? That is what I'm thinking. I know some of you might not like it, but I think it could be really good for the game moving forward because, you know, I think Omegas are getting stale at this point. Or not stale, but, you know, it's not as fun to level them up. To play with them, sure, still fun, but to, you know, go out, dart them, I haven't been bothered to leave the house in honor of Omegas. I mean, I still go out, but not because of Omegas. They don't really make me want to go out. I just, you know, dart them from home at this point, really. Even if they're in special events, you know, if the supply drops 60 meters from my house, I'll still dart because I can't be bothered going to it. There's no, you know, I don't have much need. But also, Sah Panthera. Now, it did have 3 emotes, but one of them's gone now. One's been removed. But this emote came out in the previous beta build, you know, when the Sinraptor emote came out and the Plateosaurus emote came out. So I was thinking we were going to get this in the, you know, Sinraptor pass because we also got the Sah Panthera skin in there, but we didn't. So I was really confused. And there's also snake emotes, believe it or not, but these have been around for a while. We've known about them for a while, I do believe, so I'm not sure if we're getting a pass on them. We could. Maybe there's 5 passes lined up here. We're getting a Sah Panthera pass, Draco Lux pass, Giganotosaurus pass. Maybe it's getting a hybrid. Who knows? I'm sure some of you know. But yes, I'm missing a few. Yutyrannus and a snake Hydra Bowl pass. Maybe Spinoconstrictor, Trodoboa. Which, maybe the Troodon buff was because Trodoboa could be getting upgraded and we could be getting it in a snake pass. Who really knows? I'm not too sure. But moving on to our next lineup after we secure this victory is very important. This is the most important part of the video because if you look at my badge, that's a brand new creature. Which is not in the game, but same with those emotes. You can very clearly see who those emotes are. It's the Buck and Doe T-Rex from the Lost World, and they also featured at the end of the minion. So it's like, what is going on here? Why are we getting them? But you've got to consider, Toro did get an emote like 2 years before it was added into the game. So this is in no way confirmation we're getting Buck and Doe at all, right? And I think if we are to get them, maybe Buck is more likely than Doe, just because look at Rex. It basically is Doe without the stripes. I just feel there's not as much reason to add Doe. They can still obviously add it, more T-Rexes the better. But yeah, it's up in the air. Could we get them? Could we not? But also another one is a baby T-Rex. So is that meant to be junior? Is it meant to be based on an upcoming event? I do not know. I do know, maybe. Who knows? I could be wrong, actually, for what it is. It could be junior. It could be for an upcoming event. It could be either of those things. It could be anything else. I'm not actually too sure now. I have convinced myself into not knowing what it is. But yes, Buck and Doe Emote. It's very exciting if they are coming to the game. So maybe we could see them next update, in a future update. Maybe in a future update in years' time. Maybe in 2 years to come, just like Toro was. You never know. So really, this doesn't reveal too much, but the thing is, there is some badges to look at, and you can see my badge right now is a T-Rex badge. Now we're going to look at the end. We're going to zoom up on them, all the new badges, except for 2, because 2 actually are new creatures and I'm not allowed to reveal them. I've been told specifically, do not show those creatures. So I'm not going to show the badges of them because I think it'll give away what they are. But I'm going to show all the other new badges because there's some cool ones. There's an Australian badge as well that I've been wearing most of the time. And I really like that because it's got Megalania on it. And, because I am Australian, obviously, so of course I like it. Everything. Oh, it's just so cool. Just like if you go and dive into these, because most people, when they check out the beta build, they normally skip it. Like I talked to Alien Newt and he doesn't look into this stuff. I don't think he looks more into the creatures, but it gets me excited. I don't really know. I mean, sure, they look at it, but there you go, Buck T-Rex. That's clearly the Buck T-Rex. We've seen it in that pose. Now there's a British icon. There's I believe this is for Alacranix because it had an emote similar to this, and there's the Australian one. But then of course, to finish off, Buck T-Rex. I'll see you later. Bye everyone.